I get your message.
I say right.
Oh, yeah. When you try to talk about whole wheat bread, don't let nobody fool you. They target these things.
Hey, man, clean boss.
Hero to understand each other.
You want to see if I have you?
No, that's right. Do I say so? When
Guys, who tell you that? Oh, you go sit down there and think about nothing.
So how you gonna really sit down there and think about nothing? I mean, something kind of wrong with that. Hey, let me fix my headset there. Hey, good night, everybody. So we're back. Well, you see, I put the thing, the men are back, but so far I'm alone. I'm a loner tonight, but that's all right. I custom man. Handle my business already. Those guys probably got tied up and stuff. Listen, this COVID thing, everybody tied with all kind of things. So, you know, you had to give people a little leeway. Let them spread themselves, you know. But as usual, you know how the thing does go. We have the number on the screen. Feel free to call. You want the engagement, like we talk, all kind of thing happening. We have all kind of madness happening with the Diamond League athletics competition. Shakari Richardson, that is a big thing these days. Shakari, she getting licks all over the place, but that is a big thing. You know, we have all of that to talk. I see one of my boys coming there. You know, it a big bacchanal going on with Dr. Griffith, the big GG. Alan, wait, let me see if I can sort out Alan day quick. Alan, right? Alan inside it me. So Alan Reach. Oh look, Alan Reach. What happened, partners? Yeah. Thanks. I'm glad you couldn't make it, man. Alyssa, can I get the time? Yeah, man. Blessings.
Greetings.
Yeah, all of that.
Happy birthday to the nation. I know we didn't get to do the thing.
Yeah, boy, we had a nice thing planned all days, but things happen.
You know,
Things happen.
I forget something wrong.
Serious? Wait, boy.
Something wrong. Let's rub a dub. Three men in a tub.
Of 3 men.
See the tub? Two men and a
Oh, yeah. No, I know explaining thing now. So,
yeah, I understand. But how things with you? Let me take off my glasses so I can see better.
You can't serious? You see better with all the glasses? All right.
Yeah, this is just for reading, partner. This is for the fine prints. That's it. I want you feel like I'm going blind.
Well, I too am, but I have a lot of fine prints in front on the screen. So
right. So you had to keep seeing the screen, and then I was doing some work.
Yeah.
I was doing some work on the laptop because I have to prepare for something for Friday. So
nice.
Hoping I can stay until 11, but I really want to finish this before.
Yeah, boy. But I see Trini Addy inside already, so let me say good night to the folks who
wow, good night, Addy.
Yeah, man.
Red Woman, how you going?
Yeah.
So I hope everything is Alyssa coming in at all?
He said me he coming in. He ran a little late.
Yeah, I saw that he might come in a little late.
Right, so but in the meantime, I mean, we gotta handle things. We got to.
Well, right. So we do the anthem as yet?
Nah.
Right.
Nah.
So when we toss the anthem, I will go get something organized because I don't like to be in this space.
Yeah.
And not eating or asking to eat. Yeah.
Yeah, have a piece of pizza for them.
Always some. You see, or let's forget, neglect. Come back in that space.
Hello. Leave yourself, eh?
Only when we come back in that space, I realize that all you're going to eat and drink, but we're supposed to maintain some order where that's concerned. Eats and drink things supposed to call the tub. Always.
He said pace with school already, she tired.
Yeah.
Adi girl, trust me.
Big up on it.
I know. Okay.
Good evening to all the teachers out there. All the teachers. Pedal to the metal now. This is it again.
Yeah, boy.
And it's more drama still. It's still drama. Now it's vaccinated and unvaccinated come to school. Listen to me. Oh gosh.
But
this is
I cannot give up on that. Whatever happens.
Let's go with the flow right now.
At this point, go. Let me see what
go with the flow. Can you see this?
Yeah.
This pandemic right now, it have people. I'm glad that we're still sane. I'm glad that we're still sane, and I'm glad that we still we civil.
Yeah.
We civil. That's most important. That we maintain
important.
A certain sense of civility about what's going on.
Yeah.
because boy, oh boy, oh boy, this have us still crazy. I know I can't even entertain.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
it's like you're starting to, it's like the walls are the close, it's like the walls.
I like
Like,
what Mia Motley said. Now this is not a vaccine thing, people not tonight, but just say this.
yeah.
I like what
we
Mia
have done
Motley
that.
said. Now she said very plainly her stance is vaccine. But she understand people
Right.
have their concerns, whatever. She don't mind meeting you one-on-one. If she had to try to convince
And
you, whatever. But the point is, she said the government take a decision in the interest
The
of the
vaccine.
unity of the people. This must not divide us. That is not who we are. We
Of
know,
course.
you understand? We know we have the difference in opinion.
That's it.
But
That's
if
it.
it going
That's
that
it.
far, nah. We had to find some other
That's
way of
it.
doing it. We can't force
You have to
this.
find a middle ground.
Yeah, we had to find
You
some
have to find a middle ground.
So,
And I like that, and I've been saying that often. It's not a matter of we against you and you against
Exactly,
me. The
exactly.
only way to beat COVID is together.
it's together. We had to be united somehow. We take a
The
call there
only
before
way
we go
to
to
beat COVID is
Anthem.
together.
Good night, Rubber Dub Dub.
Hello, good evening,
Ay,
Eric and Anna.
Good
You know,
night, good night.
Good night.
Yeah, we can't give up,
Nah.
That is what
No, we're not
that is what
supposed to.
COVID wants. That is what it wants.
Yeah.
We're not giving up.
Yeah,
Fighting
yeah.
them.
That's correct.
And
Yep.
keep saying, don't give up, don't give up,
Nah, man.
don't give up.
No, at
Nice.
all,
That
at
is
all.
what because you see COVID, they're giving up.
But that is it.
No, at all. And it's
you know.
morphing. And it's only
Yeah.
changing form, aren't we?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
only
I'm
changing
telling you,
form.
and it's all over, eh?
So
Not
we
in
had
Trinidad
that-
alone.
Correct.
Not only
correct.
Not in
Trinidad.
Trinidad.
So we
So
had
we
to adapt.
just have
We
to-
had to adapt. We had
Yeah.
to adapt.
You got to be careful. Don't give up.
Yeah.
All right?
Only way
Cool,
to win
man.
this is together. Correct.
So,
Yeah.
Eric, what happened last week? Because it was holiday. Take
Hey,
holiday.
no, it's 2 weeks we missing on.
Yes, 2 weeks.
Week before.
2 weeks.
Yeah, the week before, all three of us were licked down, dog tired. We couldn't make the show
Yeah.
at all. So I had to make a last minute cancellation. And then last week, something happened and we had some
Was it-
clashes.
Independence. And last week was
Yeah, it was independence, but we had some clashes because that's a busy period too. So we had some clashes.
So-
Yeah.
And we didn't want to rush into a show and do a halfway thing. So we
So
decided,
all the leave us hanging.
oh gosh, yeah, boy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All they forget all they have us here waiting to see all here.
And
Oh
listen,
my
and you wouldn't
gosh.
believe, I told Alistair that because we
Eh.
were tied up with something, but then last minute, I just had to make a judgment call. I said,
all
nah,
right.
boy.
Okay
Yeah.
then.
So
Thanks very
thank you,
much.
and of course we apologize to you viewers because that's something I'm
Yeah, we
keenly
should.
aware of. We have people that look
Aye.
out for this. We went to do an AGM last week, and lo and behold, a big Gael fan is a member of the board or kind of thing, and she's hey. I listen to all your thing and this and then listen. Don't frighten. I'm looking out at. I say, wait.
Yeah, a lot of us looking to Gael.
I appreciate that
Alright.
encouragement too.
Okay.
Yeah.
God bless all you, Alan.
Yes, my dear.
Okay. Take
Bless
care.
you as
Bye
well.
bye.
Yeah. Hey, let me say a big
Thanks
hello
for
to
calling.
Jenny
Thanks for
Leach. Let me say a big hello to Jenny Leach. I believe she locked on right now. And let me say hello again to Annie, my big fan from Annie met me in a restaurant. They just hear the voice, and she used Alvarez someone Gael. Yeah, I don't be watching since Errol started with Gael nights. She said she and the husband don't miss an episode every night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was sitting down with Kern this morning. Because we don't sleep over when we buy Gael on Monday night. So we having breakfast this morning, Kern, Jillian and I, and I'm saying it is so refreshing that you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There are so much a night of people every night on Gael nights.
Yeah.
And it's so unique that and just to maintain the culture, to keep it going, to keep it fresh,
Yeah.
And it's for you guys out there. That's why we're doing this thing, so to ensure the culture don't close down.
Yeah.
You understand? And talking about culture don't close down, I think we should toss to the anthem one time.
Those things.
Make sure the culture don't close down. We go and get my thing organized.
Boom. We inside.
Hey guys, so this is the actual recording. Culture Don't Close Down, Culture Don't Fall Out. Written by Mr. Ronald Ford and sang by yours truly.
You never know when a comedian serious or joking. The country was shocked. People thought he was filming a new TV episode. We cultural archives was heading in a dark hole. How we value the works of those who contribute. For my cultural expression, money can't substitute. The images will remain embedded on my mind. And for my culture, I'm reflecting all the time. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. It's a continuum between generations. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. That is how we just pass on tradition. To protect the archives of my people's expression. To save the soul of this great nation. Our people's culture keeps them strong and provides the stimulus to carry on. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. The will of my people make the bailiff up and run. If my dreamy Patsy was wrong and still walking, she would have the bailiff on their toes running. Just I would have hit them licks in one of the episodes. Bona St. Rose would have wrecked she better get them blows. Thanks to the generosity of the people of TNT, they say the cultural works of my country. Bassy Henville must be feeling so proud of we for protecting and saving Gael TV. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. For a few dollars you can't tell culture close up shop. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. It's Western TV, you want me cheer on to watch. What's wrong with seeing people on TV looking like me? You culturize my children with Bert and Ernie. Our people's culture can only be about money. Seeing yourself on TV brings a different energy. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Philomena would have beat them with cheap bucket and mop. Lang, 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 hey. If Mr. Roscoe was in the mansion that fateful morning, that is where the archives would be storing. Kailash Lady would have come bushy things in the kitchen. Sprang along would have give them a good tongue lashing. It's a serious lesson that the country learned. Your cultural archives must have a permanent home. By the evening they had to leave Gael TV alone. The power of the people paid off the loan. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Monetizing cultural assets could be rough. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Tell them financiers never, never all we belong. It's not easy to foreclose on a people's legacy. To trade their heritage for some small money. Cultural contributors must be turning in their grave as they tried to block the path that they paved. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Monetizing cultural assets could be tough. Dang, da, dang, da, day. Dang, dang, da, da, dang, day. Kyle was the something wrong of the great sprang along. Tony Hall, Christopher Led, and Wendell Etienne. So much room and start as a platform to perform. How we cultural legacy would have carry on. We thank Errol Fabian for standing strong and reaching out in the time of need and desperation. Thanks to the people for their contribution. Today Gael TV on its way building back strong. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Gael TV on its way back to the top. Tell
Culture door closed down. Culture
It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to. They are maintain it. But excuse me, they are looking at some work I'm doing here, trying to put together some comedy stuff for some people.
I try to manage about 4 computers here while we talk.
Well, I know how you are customer, you know.
Boy, it might not be easy, you know. I mean, I love what I'm doing, so, you know. I love what I'm doing, so it is what it is.
I got it ice cream this afternoon.
Yeah?
Yeah, well.
Boy, you're enticing me there. I get paid yesterday, so I better go and organize some tomorrow.
Yeah,
but
the Eagle Land.
The vehicle down, boy. Hey, folks, all you're calling now. Let me talk. We have no special topic tonight. We just relaxing, we chilling, we gelling. So
but I see you start the ball rolling. Mm-hmm. But I see you start the ball rolling with some bacchanal with the top cup.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what it is without hearing about the gun license scenario.
Well,
I don't know if you'll give us some update.
Well, it's 2 things. Now, I don't really have much update in that. I hope people could call in and give us some info. But 2 things I'm aware of. There's one with the gun thing. And the last that I saw is that some big investigation was launched with the firearm section. They seized books and all that kind of thing because apparently things doesn't seem to be above board. That's one.
Right.
And then there's the issue of whether he's constitutionally correct to still refer to him as commissioner because of this whole thing. You know, he came in as a civilian. He was, thing and. So if he goes on, if he's on leave prior to coming out of the work, whether he's still considered commissioner and thing and a whole bacchanal with that and real drama.
Well, that seems like something like somebody planning or somebody have a problem with him there. If that's the case.
So big bacchanal in the police service commission. Yeah.
So do we operate headless?
You understand? Hey, we have a foreign
police service commission.
Alan, just so we have a foreign call coming in. We take it. I want to miss this one.
Let's take it.
Hey, Rubber Dub, you inside?
Yes, Rubber Dub. I am calling from Grenada.
Well, look, ting!
Grenada
in the house.
Well, let me tell you, just give me a short thing that I used to always look at Gael, but then I have 2 friends, 2 elderly. No, every night they calling me, John, you look at Gael. I said, no, she said, well, what are you doing? You're missing everything, But one has lost her son. She lost her husband not recently. Recently, and she lost her son on Sunday is Miss Callis. Okay. It's Homie Callis of Croshoe. She is listening on tonight. Okay. She said, Paul, what is carrying me through is Gael.
Wow.
So just listening to you all, that is what carrying her through. She said last night, the TV was watching her because she couldn't see. So tonight I say, who on tonight? She said, girl, you're too stupid, the men in the tub. So that is to tell you how passionate she, So she's listening tonight.
Wow. What's her name?
So I just want...
What's her name?
Homie Kelly. She lost her son, Liron. Homie Kelly's. So, she's listening on. So, just extend condolences to her for me. And all you telling her up. Because Alan, Alan, now what Alan eating? And these are the kind of things she would. She is lost and she love y'all. We all love y'all. They just call me,
Yeah.
Right.
And so,
thanks for calling, letting us know.
Yes, right. So you take care. Yes.
Definitely. And yes.
So it's Homie Callis, yes. So she listening on her because she tell me she listen. Call them. Because Homie Callis, that is what carrying her through. She said them guys carrying her through. So so we according to William, we locked on.
Thank you.
All
right.
Thanks,
yes.
Thanks
have a blessed night.
You too. Have a safe one.
Yes. Bye. Yes.
No problem. Thank you and bye. Good night. Homie Kellis, sincerest condolences of the Gael family here and your loss. And we really thank you for locking on and allowing us to be in your space to cheer you up, to lift your spirits. That's what we're here for, to make sure that you all are okay. Once we're here, we know that you there and everybody will be all right. So, we'll get you this thing together. Homie Kellis, God, we pray that God gives you strength in this time of bereavement.
Listen.
You understand? And may you actually lift your head.
Alan,
You
I
understand?
could tell you, I've lost loved ones, and of course you too. You've lost loved ones.
Yeah,
going through that kind of
yep.
thing. But I ain't lying to tell you, boy. You see, as a parent, to lose a child is a different kind of feeling.
Yeah, boy.
I used to imagine that.
I cringe.
Serious. I used to imagine what that would be like until it happened to me, partners.
Until you experience it,
boy. Nah,
it is not.
It's a different kind of pain, boy. So I know what
you wouldn't wish it. You can't wish it on your enemy.
Nah.
You know, there's something you can't even wish it on your enemy.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you're thinking that.
Sorry, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm thinking that you would think that your children will bury you. That's how it's supposed to be. You want my children must bury me.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the one burying your children, you know, and you know. So no matter how you lose your child, no matter in what way, no matter under what circumstances, it's very painful to lose your child.
And you know the funny thing is, and that I again having experienced it, I realize there's some weight to that statement. When my father died, it was much easier to deal with losing my parent than losing my child. So yeah, it seems to have some weight. The parent should bury their child. Yes, it will hurt. It will be deep, but it's not the same as losing a child as a parent.
It's not the same pain. Yeah, that pain I have.
Yeah, but it ain't easy. It ain't easy. So, Miss Cullis, Mrs. Cullis, what I would tell you is
Call me Cullis.
Yeah, stay around friends. I mean, true friends, that support system is vital.
Yeah.
And I mean, you had a friend who called on your behalf, so you know you have people in your corner.
Look at that.
Yeah, you have people in your corner, right? And of course,
this is a nice, unique thing about the Gael family. It's so connected that she could call on behalf of her and explain those situations.
From quite green area.
And it's the same thing here in Trinidad.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, here in Trinidad, people, I mean, it's so connected. The Gael community is so connected, and I really appreciate the fact that we have that love among us, Caribbean wise, locally, internationally, and we just want to. I'm eating ice cream. I got ice cream from my neighbor this afternoon, and I said I'm going to leave it for when Gael starts because I need to be eating something when Gael starts.
All right, so here let me run through because I see a set of messages.
Jonathan, I see Jonathan saying something there. Good night, all. Not to the need.
Lucy Suchan, you're able to carry on the show. Yes, Lucy, we inside. Hey, look, we girl as usual. I just need to say hello to these people. Let me just clarify something one time to the viewers looking on. Now, this number that we post on the screen. Let me just come. Yeah, this number. This is not a Gael number. So let me just clarify that one time, right? Now, initially, this number was not monitored in any way. This was strictly for us taking calls for the show. So for those who don't know, we're not in Gael studio. Rubber Dub is not in Gael studio. Rubber Dub is in what we unofficially call Gael East, which is
and we're in lockdown.
Yeah, which is my studio. Yeah. Right, Sunlight Studio is my company, so we operate out of that and we pipe into Gael for the show. So the number is not a Gael number. So I see a lot of people sending it and say Uncle Errol, so, and but it's not. This is not. You wouldn't find Uncle Errol in this number.
This is the power of technology, my friends.
Yeah. So this is seeing that people is no, I can't put the number as Gael East because it belongs to the studio and is being used for other things. So I just have it as the studio number, Sunlight Studios. But in as much as people linking it with Gael, I'll start monitoring it closer now and see, because people sending text, people sending videos, people sending, based on conversation, people texting in information to add content and so on. And I didn't even know that because we weren't monitoring the phone. Right? So just wanted to apologize for you guys for that. Moving forward, I think this Black Saver, Rubber Dub, you inside?
Yes, Alan. TV Mommy here. Yeah. Number one.
TV Mommy.
Where Alistair?
He coming just now. He reached home a little late from some business.
Late arrival.
Oh. Because
I know what business you doing.
I missed you all for some nights and I don't know why.
Yeah, a couple nights we miss.
Yeah, but I want to send my condolences to Miss Callis.
Yes.
On behalf of her son, I want to send on behalf of the Gael family, Auntie Wise, Missy,
Yep.
glasses.
Yep.
William, everybody, on behalf of everybody, you want to send the condolence to Miss Callis in Grenada. It's her
Yes.
son? It's her son or her husband?
Her son. Her son.
Her son, yes.
She lost her husband recently and then her son.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, it's hard too, but when you see come to your till, when it's something else, you know, boy.
What?
You know, like your whole belly.
No,
like,
it's
like
true.
if you, you know, if as a mother, let me give me experience. As a mother, and somebody ring you and tell you your child is in an accident. You don't care if you die. You don't want to know if you die. You leave your belly, like your belly just gone up, the whole of your inside, like come right up to your chest.
Yeah.
You know, a child. Like if you feel that pain again, giving that birth to that child again, when you take something to your children. So I could imagine how that mother is feeling. So I want to send our love and our condolence to them in Grenada.
Thank you.
God bless them. And I want them to trust God and live. I want you to trust God and
Yes.
So this is our mantra. So
Yes,
you all
yes,
alright?
yes. Yeah, man.
What I didn't see you all for some, what you all were doing? Well, you're not so Alan Monday or Tuesday somewhere. So Alan and good. Alan
Monday, yeah.
Monday, yeah.
Yesterday, last night.
Alan, I want to send somebody thing for you again, you know. You know?
The same thing, TV mommy. You feel me?
I'll send something for you again.
No problem, my dear. I receive it.
Right.
No problem, love. Receive
and
it.
here now, if you talk about the cane the other night, I do the cane, you know. You
really?
Yeah, I have a thing. So I got a whole bottle because I have cane in my yard. So when I hear how much thing the cane could do to your body, you know that, I got the cane, I cut it up small, and then I grind it, boy. I drink a whole glass already. I have a whole bottle in the fridge now, right now.
Look at you.
Yeah,
Look
so
at
have
you.
A good night. God bless you all. I'll record.
You as well, my dear. Thanks for calling to me, mommy.
Yeah.
TV mommy earlier.
When
a legend here in Trinidad, you know.
When my daughter passed, police woke me up with a phone call to give me that news. They didn't know who she was in terms of relation, but when they heard the name, somebody mentioned the name, because people associated with she and her friend who died saw the accident, so they knew her by name. So when the information reached the station, they didn't know me, but they knew my brother, who also used to work at the station. So they called him and asked him, and then that's how I eventually got the information. So when they hit me, at some point we had to go down to the police station. So when I went to officially deal with it, they were explaining to me what went on now. There's a young police they put to call me, because as a police officer, you have to learn. That's one of the things everybody must do. You have to know how to treat with that. So she'd been guided by seniors, but they put her on and telling her what to say, you know, how to be empathetic and, you know, that kind of thing. And when I bawl out, she started crying. And then when she started crying, they said the whole station break down. In Arima. Wow. Everybody just break down with that. Yeah. So it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing to deal with. Yeah. But again, let me jump back in and I just want to say some hellos again. I seen Harriet, Jeremiah, Linda, and I put up some names just so Linda fronting, Mary Jane Kwashi. Mary Jane, that is Alistair's mom. What's happening? Nice to see you on the guile, on the inside, on the tubby. Yes, man, Mary Jane Kwashi. Patricia said we threw them in the bamboo for 3 weeks, in the bush. For 2 weeks. But
Patricia, we sorry.
But they still
come back.
It wasn't intentional. We will never.
We inside.
We'll never do that intentionally. But circumstances beyond our control, that we didn't have a choice. Yeah. But boy, hey, where you was
for here today?
Where you was for the storm, eh?
Brother, I want to tell you something. This is no idle talk.
Yeah.
I was up and I was on a phone call at that time. Inside was making warm. And I took the chair and I went out to the front of the yard right there. I said, I'm going outside where it's cool, because sometimes I sit down on the cool. I was in the middle of the night, just in on the chair outside there and just chilling. I was on a call strange enough that night. And I said, I'm go outside and sit down and chill. And I hear this howling.
Yeah, boy.
I started hear howling like I never heard this howling before. So I just ooh, coming on the road. And I said, now, I said, wait, that not sounding like rain. And then it started to get louder. As it get closer and it get like a roar. So I hear roar coming on the road. Eric,
Yeah.
I said, there's me, eh? I watching, I was like, and I'm watching in the dark, hear me. That not, that not sounding like, that not sounding like you. That's just exactly what I like. Grab the chair now, and as I reach in the gallery, right inside this porch here, right here, the wind started to pick up. If you see wind, the house, you're hearing galvanized pelting going, stuff shaking.
Boy.
Neighbors jump out asleep. The neighbors don't even come out now. They see what is going on. You know, that's how cautious my neighbors are. You know, when you see these things happening, you ain't going to come outside and see. You're supposed to take cover. But because we are accustomed to macroing, them come outside to macro the wind. And trust me, it was bacchanal. That I like, my God. And I had to run in the back to try and I want to make sure that nothing blowing long in the back of my house there. We have galvanized roof and things, so you want to make sure you're galvanized intact.
Yes.
I said, I pray, Lord, take the wheel, Lord,
Right.
take the wheel, Lord, take the
I
wheel.
only hear galvanized bending all around. Cranking up.
Pelting.
Boy, listen, I get flashbacks. Well, when I was 9 years old, I posted this on Facebook. When I was 9, a storm hit us called Alma. I know
Okay.
I know what idea you was at the time, but you wasn't on it.
I was even a thought. You
That was
know, you 10,000 years older than me.
That was 1974. 1974 I was. But a vivid memory. I
ain't
never
think
forget
about-
this.
I ain't think my mother and father meet us yet.
Right. In the back of our house, we had some cane patch. I hear mommy talking about cane just now. So we grew up with that. Pull cane raw. I go in the back, bust a cane piece and you lick that up.
Cut and go
So we
through.
had a couple cane patches in the back of the house. And you see that song you talking about? That blowing through the cane. And you see the cane bowing and touching the ground and coming back with that noise, partner, as 9 years old. And I watched that. That was a scary thing for me at 9. So when I saw that and I hear that wind start the whole day, I immediately get flashbacks. Yes, and people need to be careful, folks, ladies and gentlemen. All they need to take this thing serious. With that Alma storm, if I remember, and somebody, if you could call in and just confirm or verify, you know, but as far as I can remember, there were only 2 deaths associated with that storm, which is
You
good.
know.
One directly and one indirectly. But one of them was that somebody got their head chopped off, galvanized, blew off a roof, and take the head off. Yeah, that I never forget that.
Well, thanks for telling me because the next time I went that blow the other afternoon, I shout and tell my neighbors, I say, if all the galvanized fall in my yard, I keeping it. I need some new galvanized, finders, keepers, losers, weepers. I out and ready to snatch. I say, if it blow in my yard,
Yeah.
I saw you about keeping the galvanized is mine.
That is it.
Whatever roof reach in my yard is mine. I'm sorry, you know. Finders,
Yeah.
keepers, losers, weepers. But it's let's see jump in.
Let me see on the inside. Rubber dub you inside.
Hello, good night, Corinne Patola.
Tatola.
Tatola.
Wait, Tatola.
Uncle Errol was talking about it on Thursday night with Jillian. So I thought Uncle Errol was making joke. But it's when Ian Allen showed it on the TV, I realized that Uncle Errol was serious because Julian was laughing. He said he got a secure Jillian tonight. So I think it was a joke. I didn't know it was something serious.
Yeah, it was very serious.
It was serious.
Yeah,
Tatola was
I didn't
serious.
know it was. No, that most of them people, they tree fall and the house stop.
Yeah. That I'm not friend of
Tatola,
mine.
but
Wish
you
them
had-
all the best and hope everything well with them.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
But
okay.
Tatola,
Yeah.
Tatola, you gone? Wait, Tatola, wait.
Oh God, she gone.
I was going to ask her because I know that Tortola had a hurricane scenario
Yeah.
a couple years ago. St. Martin, Tortola, these countries
Yes.
were hard hit.
Like about 2 years ago. You have
Yeah,
a next
it
call
would have been
coming
3
here.
years, 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah. Hey, Robert Dub, you inside?
Hi, good night.
Hey. Trini Addy.
Morning. I'm Addy.
Hi, what's up? I am well, a little bit tired, very hectic school day.
Nice, man.
Yeah. But Alan talking about hearing something and he looking outside. I got up and realized that the wind not sounding, it sounded very much like, maybe I watched too much TV,
No, you're
but
correct.
it sounded like one of those kind of jets, like the X-Men jets.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That sort of noise. It sounded like that. So I was like, what going on? Because I'm looking for lights now to see if it's some operation happening or something, maybe the touchdown and the running some operation.
You thought it was
right? Yeah, I thought they
it was
come
Bin
from I
Laden
thought
and
they
they
come
come
from
here?
Yes. Right? And then when the wind picked up a bit more and rain started to blow, so then I realized it was the wind. So it started where my son is, his room is direct to that breeze blowing, it faces the east. And then the a little bit of like rain was coming in my daughter's room, rain was blowing in to a certain extent. So I told him, wake up, come and go in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And I'm holding on tightly. It's only after that roof stayed down, I realized that I was clinging to the curtain because I was like, Lord, hold it down. I'm seeing the roof, the galvanized dance in a particular way, like the rippling. And then I see in the roof, like it just coming off like a little bit of the level. And I say, Lord, hold it down, hold it down, hold it down. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for God, that roof was going. Right? Yeah, it was nothing but God because the happened. I mean, up by our garden, it snapped on the top of 2 trees. So, yeah, I mean, we were blessed that we didn't have any big set of damage, but it was very scary. My daughter was crying. A few friends of mine, they were saying their children got up and were crying as well because she's saying, don't shit. All right. But
yeah, big cry baby Jania.
Yeah, so it was a
question what everything.
And my father, he lives a little lower down the hill, but there's direct breeze coming there and it flipped over the dog box, the dog kennel. So we were fortunate that the dog survived. Yeah, so and I couldn't imagine people whose roof flew off while they were asleep. So I mean, to know that kind of fright.
Yeah, I saw some on TV, but that wasn't easy.
Yeah, because 1 minute it's there and then next minute it's gone. So I was just thinking too, not criticizing anybody, but it's just something that I noticed is that the what you call it? I didn't see any notice from ODPM. Normally you might have gotten like some kind of warning or something. You didn't see anything from ODPM. The only thing that I saw posted on other people's statuses, right? And social media again is only there. I found out. I saw this stuff with where they expecting some bad weather.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm gonna say because it's when I got up and I was like, well, let me check, to see if anything like what people are seeing and when you're seeing where they talk about you're supposed to experience some bad weather and this yellow alert and that kind of thing. But normally you would expect like a text or something from ODPM or whoever is in charge of that. I didn't see anything like that. So I was thinking, I wonder if that would have helped some people be a little more prepared for what went on with them.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
Okay, so you all have a good night. I like all the vibes going.
Yeah, man.
All right. Okay, bye-bye.
All right. I see Alice send a message. He showed me dog tats. He can't make. But that's all right. The show will go on, man. Hold it down there, papi. Get some rest.
Nice.
Organize the business this
Nice.
week. Yeah. You know, that storm is
So you know,
serious.
it's a lot of the ODPM and disaster preparedness and stuff, and it begs the question: would we ever be prepared for disaster? Could we actually be in a space where we know if disaster happens, we all understand what to do next? Because the thing about disaster is that it doesn't announce itself. Or else it wouldn't be called a disaster. You understand? If a disaster was to announce itself, then being prepared for it would mean that it's not going to be disastrous. In a sense, you understand? But we now sitting now in a space of we are all in our own worlds. Take the call.
Rubber dub inside.
Good night.
Good night.
Alan.
Good night.
Mr. Eric.
Hi.
Hi.
First, I must say, strange enough, I didn't know we had any breeze or anything like that, anything. So, I was in my bed, but we had a switch from the other one. And then we went across and said, and it's like, I looked while I said, go up and walk outside. And looking through my window, I saw the rain falling because I really didn't hear. With the home house still off, I don't really hear much. So I didn't really hear no separation. So I saw the rain falling, and then of course I saw the trees and them, just going a little, which is normal. But when I hear people saying storm and the next day roof fly off, things like that, I was so surprised. Because it's like I didn't even know where we had anything. Because I remember that they said they were having bad weather, but we're not under storm watch. The news had said so.
Yes.
So I started strange, we're not under storm watch. And, so I didn't bother to take it on. But strange enough, the next day when I got up, after I did the thing, I saw guttering on the both sides of my house. It shook a bit. So that water comes to the book and it just always is falling to the side. So I have to get something to fix my guttering and things like that. But right now, you don't really want anybody to come by here to do anything. So we have to bear with it. It's kind of inconvenient because when the rain falls, so that going in the guttering falls, some coming off the bed, sleep into my gallery, so I have to mop. A little extra work, but nevertheless. So that's good. Alan, how are you doing? All right?
I am doing fine. I can't complain, won't explain.
Well, I just like to say hi to all my families and I. Blessings, love to all of you. And I hope and pray that everybody that who run into problems in the store, that some way, somehow, they will get assistance. May the Lord stop blessings upon them so that all of us can get together who didn't really get damaged. Because there was no guttering damage. That we'll be able to help one another so that we'll all get through this. Just as the COVID shall soon pass, this too shall pass. And on that note,
this too shall pass.
I want to keep my God and blessings to all my guys, family, and everybody. Love you all.
Thank you. Love you.
Thank you.
I see Patricia said due to live in the US, they monitor them things seriously. They wanted to see how much inches are rain and all that kind of thing. My comment I wanted to make while I was talking is that my thing is, now, there will always be a first time for somebody. But by and large, we live in what we call a hurricane belt. We live in that. This could happen at any time. So we shouldn't know what the point, and I'm not going against the point Adi is making, which is a very valid point. That's why we have the agency, ODPM and all that kind of stuff. But apart from that, because of where we live, we're supposed to always be in a state of readiness. Always. Always.
I was actually thinking something that I just ran across my mind in terms of disaster preparedness. It's not so much that we are not prepared, you know. It's just that I don't think that the information circulates enough where when um when the disaster is not upon us. All right, the only time you hear about the what to do in our rain is when we coming upon the rainy season,
Yeah.
which is fair. You understand? But you know, how much of us can actually pay attention to the information?
Yeah.
You understand? So 6 of one, half a dozen of the next. So when the disaster strike them, you look at to point fingers and blame people. You didn't tell us. We didn't know. You understand? Something that the caller actually pointed out just now there, in terms of the helping each other out. I must say, um, congrats, or should I say, well done to folks who would have rallied around folks who lost roofs. Right here in Lokita, we have a little chat among the guys that grew up around the area. We have a chat called Idle Hall. And the Idle Hall chat, listen, there's real idleness in this chat. Sorry.
Yeah.
These guys and them, they name it that way, and I'm just, because I'm a neighbor too, I go with the flow. But the Idle Hall chat, as much as it sounds idle, these guys are very, very, they're like brothers on a chat. I was so good. Somebody who used to live in the area, he's living up in Maracas, going around by Maracas side up there. And his roof was blown off.
Yeah.
And he didn't mention it, but he kind of mentioned it. And then somebody took up the mantle and said, hey, if something wrong, tell us. And these guys banded together and they went up. I couldn't go because, I don't have a transport or everything. These guys who had vehicles, they banded together and they went up the road, pulled tarpaulin, but he got some rough materials one time, and men who were skilled in roofing and stuff, these guys came together and they helped this fella. You understand?
Yeah.
They helped this guy with his roofing, and so in no time on the same day, they had to wait because a tree fell, so they had to clear the road and all this tralala and stuff. But he was really appreciative. He was like, wow, fellas, I appreciate it. And then I'm seeing on the news other roofing companies would have gone to help families in need and stuff. So it's good to see that when disaster strikes, and disaster might not necessarily come to your doorstep, it's in your area that people will still come to help.
Yeah.
You understand?
But that's we generally, that's how we are.
That's
us.
People,
that's me.
I think that's human nature. I think because you see it all over the world. You see it, people and people. But it's good. It is unique to see that we have that love, even if we are inundated with negative, depressing, struggling, fighting, war about this and gang warfare, and we had this thing that we're inundated with negative stuff. This is something positive that shines and expand it. You want to make sure and magnify that which is positive. So the caller said something just now, and it's true. It's good to know that people could come forward and help in such a time like this and help people in their struggles. So well done to these guys of Idle Hall and to the other roofing companies, and for others that actually would have championed the cause of helping others in time of need. So because we could only do this thing and get through this thing together. Yeah, man. Because my thing is...
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. The
thing about it is, it could be any one of our roofs.
Exactly.
It could be our roof the same way.
Exactly.
So, wouldn't you want somebody to come and help you? You understand? And the nice thing about it is, my grandmother say, be careful who you step on when you're going up the ladder. Because you don't know who you might meet when you're coming back down.
Yeah.
So she's always say, watch your steps. Yeah. Everybody is important on your journey. Everybody is important in your journey.
Even the Bible talk about that. Do unto others
everyone is important
how you would want them to do unto you. So treat people nice.
Exactly.
I see
the
Trinity
golden rule. That's the golden rule.
I see Trinity put something there also, Eric. There are people who do not build properly. Quite correct. 100% correct. Not sure if it is a lack of knowledge
there's an
or just shortcuts. Actually, it's actually aspects of both. In some places, people just need some place because they can't afford to pay a builder and whatever, so they do their best because they need somewhere to live. So they take the chance. So they don't have the knowledge. And in some cases, you really do have cases where people take shortcuts. I remember, this aside from this, not building. When I used to do straightening and painting by a partner in a garage area, I remember we had to do some work on a maxi. And down that area by the back door, by the last set of windows, there's a piece, the rotten out, and we had to cut out that, create a new patch and fix back that. And lo and behold, in cutting out the old metal, I find pieces of bricks and paper stuffed inside the body to make it up so that they wouldn't have to use too much filler. Bricks, partner, concrete bricks. Inside in the maxi body. I said, nah, man.
How does that work? How does that make sense?
Partners, but
how does that even work?
I don't know what you put that there for? What really was that there for? And does the paper fold up and mash up and stuff up to make, to fatten it out? I say, what is jail is this, boy?
That is madness.
So people do take shortcuts. They take, because, but so much you could say that. But look, somebody.
Madness and...
Yeah, look, Patricia Guinness will talk. She want to know how come add her to the chat. Alan, how come I'm in a hockey and you did not have me in that chat? What is that
Hey. Yes, it is. It is a male chat. It's only tell us from around the way. You I say a band of brothers. There's no females in this chat. No woman allowed.
Yeah.
The women, all women have all kind of chats and all the poetry and all their business.
Yeah.
And
let me say good night.
Discussion inside them chats.
Yeah, let me say a big up to Rose. We have Rosemary King. I see Michelle Agbe, my boy Fallon and Juice. Fallon, welcome, man. Fallon has been following us from very first episode of Rubber Dub Dub. We are episode 35. Wow. 4 episodes again, and we would have completed 3 seasons running straight. Wow. 3 consecutive seasons. So we go talk, because I want to do something big for that one and invite some people on, maybe invite Eunice, people from the Gael family, the 2 girls, let them come in and just pop in and drop a little lyrics and, celebrate the thing. 3 seasons and we going steady. Yeah,
wow.
So that's a big thing. So thanks, guys.
So it's a unique milestone there.
Yeah. Thanks to you guys for joining us. And I must say thanks to Errol and Jeline. Yeah, for taking the chance and just open up the space, because Errol know me for a while back. We've worked together in a number of different capacities. But I never hosted a TV show. I had my series called Red on
my
Red channel.
Yeah.
That's internet. Here we talking TV. This is not just internet. This is broadcast TV.
It is live. This live
whole
stuff.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
So I want to say thanks to Errol for giving us the opportunity and for taking the chance.
I find I'm here from Willie, boy.
Yeah, well, let me see who calling here.
Oh, Willie.
Rubber Dub Dub inside.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
I am very hurt, Alan.
Oh, gosh.
Why?
I'm hurt.
They come out for it tonight, boy.
Alan, all you are hurt. Everyone's all you are hurt.
Oh, gosh.
I don't understand you inviting the 2 girls, Eunice, and all did not invite me.
Oh, gosh, no.
All the monthly salary.
But I ain't finished. I just mentioned. But I just mentioned 2.
Hey, let's finish, because let's move along. I want to next to thank Errol and thank Jolene. No.
Jolene, why you come with such animosity here?
No, man.
Of course.
No, but it's no.
Listen.
Hey, listen. Sorry. Watch it.
Monthly salary, Alan.
No.
You like my Jomo too much. You and Jomo. You sound a song like Jomo.
No.
You sound like Jomo.
Don't say that. As long as you're not watching, I say, okay, well, I will get an invitation. I invite, put them a nice dress, I'll come out. No,
but then you say nothing but that.
No, but that will happen, man. I just mentioned 2 names.
That's
I mean, we live in it now, man.
Hey, take on the time. I hear the names. All the 2 girls, Eunice, and all they went along.
I can't remember hearing that. I didn't say it.
But thanks for calling, Jillian. Thanks for calling.
All I will say is Husa.
Thanks for calling.
Wusa Jude. Wusa, please.
Have a good night, fellas.
Take it
Thank you,
personal.
Jillian. Thank you,
Bye,
Jillian.
sugar.
Bye.
Lord Father, you see what we had to watch what we say in this
Yeah,
case,
boy.
boy, we had to watch what we say.
Need a pelt lash there. Hey.
They're taking it, they're not taking it.
Yeah, boy. Nah, but I really want to have a nice little celebration kind of thing, you know, and just mark the time. That's to me is a milestone.
Before we move on, you have a CCC song?
Yeah, that lock unloaded. So that's what I'm not watching the time.
Right,
It's
because watching the
9:57.
time, and I know you'll get called and get buffed, so you have
Yeah,
to make sure.
well, it's 9:57 on
Your
my
CCC
clock. 9:58 now.
Yeah, the same here. I watched
Right.
58. Don't worry, friends, the CCC clip coming up in a little bit. We still, 2 minutes off, so don't call and buff free.
Look again, buff.
Oh, Lord, what Jillian saying?
I don't like your tone.
What? What say? What say? I find Jillian. Listen on this one. I talk to Jillian. I said, Jillian, yes, I know the song like Errol. I was hoping to go the other way. The Errol song like, that you rub off on Errol.
Yeah.
But I don't like the Errol rubbing off on you.
Oh Lord.
I don't like the Errol. And the love affair sickening. I will tell you this, right? Between me and you, between you and me, never say it properly, between you and me.
And the whole Caribbean.
I want to sell on the business.
Yeah.
I want to sell on the business.
Yeah.
The love affair sickening to watch. This morning for breakfast. She in the kitchen. The man must be about 15 feet away.
Look back on her. Yes, Jillian.
She about 15 feet away. And she say, honey, and she stop him. And she walk up to him. Straight up in the man's nose hole. Where you want to get for breakfast? You will take this somewhere. I said, that when you walk up there to tell him, man? You serious?
Yeah.
You could text you and tell you that or just shout it from here so you go up there, man. She started to laugh. I said, so you had to go up in the man's face.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, anything, honey. Anything you give me. And I said, that's sickening. That's sickening.
Look, I sure these are both coming here. Look, thing here. Rubber dub inside.
Rubber dub.
Alan, I agree with you, Alan. That's sickening.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, boy.
Alan, I thought it was me, Alan.
When you're around them, no girl.
And I said, Julie, no go get the man a break. Let the man breathe.
A little elbow room.
Oh, God.
A little elbow.
What now?
Julian?
Alan, I thought it was me alone. And I'm realizing I'm not alone now. What's you? When you go there on Thursday? Alan, listen. When you go there on Thursday, I reach very early. And I'm sitting in the office. This is me. Han. No, you have to do a facial expression, eh? I was like, I know she's not calling this man to come here to tell this man nothing. What you want to eat?
Yes. And it's the same thing. Anything, baby. What you want to give me?
Yeah.
He never have a clue, you know. He never like, I feel for omelets. Yeah. I want this tea or bush tea. He didn't say what he wanted. It come right back down to what she wanted me.
Yeah.
And she coming straight up in the nose hole to ask him that. Send him a text. Send him a text message. WhatsApp one man. Send a voice note.
Alan?
She's selling another customer.
Probably.
Alan, I'm going to get a video tonight. Somebody agree.
Jillian, you're not wrong. I'm right there with you.
Thank you.
Two of them had to eat together. When you have lovebirds, the lovebirds always get in the cage.
Hey, she eating until he gets here, no.
You understand what I'm saying? They fasted until she fasted until you eat.
She go fast until she fall down.
You understand? Leave the man alone. You eat and when you eat.
Thank you.
Jillian, we are going to do the CCC clip.
Bye, later.
Thanks, love.
So while CCC run, I will have a little slice of pizza. courtesy my wife.
So we have the Caribbean community, the Caribbean Calypso community take a dance time, friends, time for you to get out of your seats, jump out your chair, get out your beds, and dance. CCC clip. What we have tonight for the CCC clip?
We have a special one tonight. So it is a song by the late great grandmaster, Mr. Alwyn Roberts, aka Kitchener, but performed by Mr. Entertainer himself, Mr. Dale Golston. A nice twist he put on the thing.
Oh, I thought it was me. I was okay.
No. So I see somebody calling there, but I gotta wait till CCC.
We can't take it. We
ain't taking no both.
That's both coming right in.
Yeah.
So run the CCC clip quick.
Yeah, that's it. So I'll run the billboard and we're going straight to the thing one time. So you see why they call him Mr. Entertainer? The man don't just play the pan.
Listen.
He put on a show.
He worked that thing. Listen,
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that Jazz on the Greens, friends.
Yeah.
I was there. I was there. We were actually. I was doing the interviews.
The backstage interviews. Yeah.
I was doing backstage interviews for that.
Yeah.
And it was a mag. I was listening. It was the first time I see somebody beat under the pan.
Nah, I see that already.
That man play the bottom of the pan.
You never see Terry do that? Terry Baines?
No.
You ever see Terry play pan?
I never see. I see him play pan. I can't remember see him doing that.
Boy!
I see him play pan, but I don't go under the pan like that.
Yeah, boy. You think I call the rubber dub inside?
Rubber dub.
Hello, good night, Alan.
My dear.
Alan, good night. This is your
Good night,
neighbor
good night.
from La Hockster. Right now, I'm over in Malibu, but I still want the T-shirts. I want the jersey.
I know. I didn't organize it, but as if they have any.
Find out for me, and if there's anything is a large.
No, that you're here. I spoke to Jillian about it. So, Jillian, I know you're listening. This my neighbor here want a large Gaia Nights T-shirt. Post on the please tell us on the chat how much is the cost. And right? And she'll probably give me the money to buy it or whatever the case to be. Or I'll give it the jersey and she'll just pass and get it from me.
In case I get to go back up, I'll be going with my jersey.
Nice. Represent, man.
We'll organize them.
Yeah, because I live abroad, but the COVID have me down here.
Right.
I love the show you all carrying. I love the show you all carrying.
Thank you.
Yes, Sunday.
That's
my
now.
cousin was born. Sunday, my cousin was on Bianca Hall. My cousin. Good show. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. We appreciate your sentiment. Bless you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so very much.
All right.
I'm locked on right now.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, thanks for listening and being locked on. Thanks for locking on.
Okay, neighbor.
Don't go anywhere.
That's it.
Yes, neighbor. We'll talk when I see you. We'll talk soon.
Rubber dub inside.
Hello, good night.
Hello, good night.
Look, boy.
I understand and it was put out for me.
Well, of course.
Yes. I want to know where we leave.
Certain things are judicial notice around here, no?
But listen, hear what happened. You all know that as Obi, outside broadcast man in charge, I was on before 9. But you know, I mean, you just have to give other people a chance. Let people call in, let me watch the thing, enjoy. I mean, let me hear other people's views and all of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I see Jillian calling and want to beat all you. You understand?
Trust me.
Yeah. No, and then she agreed with Alan on the love affair of Jillian and Errol. Here we happen. Alan, you see that? That is just to watch and leave as the people say, leave well alone.
Yes, leave well enough alone.
Because the thing about it is, he who's supposed to be the man in charge ain't saying nothing. He accepting the thing.
Not a word.
Why you, Alan, who is an outsider? Remember when them go and lie down in the night and them hug up? You ain't had no part of playing that, you know.
And no way the picture. No way there.
You need to leave that alone, Alan. I know what I'm telling you, Just admire it, watch it, and laugh, and leave it right. Right, man?
William, here's the problem I have with this thing. I don't have a problem with the love affair, you know. But I find she error rubbing off on the girl, boy. I'll tell you how bad it is. I'll tell you how bad it is. It used to be. When I message Errol is take forever and a day to respond to my messages. He's so busy. He's so busy. Errol will take, like I sent another message yesterday, Errol, ole, prepare for us to come tonight and spend the night. You know, Errol answered that this morning. Yes. And he had the gallbladder after that sleep the night to answer me. Yes, we prepare to take all here. I said, thanks, Errol. Thanks. I messaged Jeline 2 days ago. 2 days ago. And Jeline responded last night while I was there. So he don't know for she. Because before, I could have messaged Jeline anytime, William. Anytime. And again, I bounce back. Tow. Again, I bounce back. Jeline, take it forever now. Forever. To respond.
Well, Alan, don't be afraid. What? Okay, you've been in the thing from time immemorial. Where how the thing move now? What has that told you?
Who assemble resemble?
Listen, you have to understand. She is now
resemble.
And listen, and she's now Mistress Fabian, whether you like it or not. That is the woman handle.
All right. And I can't vex with that.
And not only you can't vex with that. If Errol, Mr. Fabian, like that, and he's comfortable with it, you just have to rock with it, you know, partner.
Roll with it. I just have to roll with it. I could come. But is it possible for me to air my views and what I see? Is it possible for me to do that? Could I have a space to actually just to air? Like Julian and I,
the thing about it is,
express myself sometimes.
The thing about it is, if you want to air your view, you could pull him aside and talk to him man to man.
What trouble is this?
Are you getting that?
No, talk to him man to man, because if you want to put the man's business on air, you understand? So pull him aside and talk to him man to man. So, but fellas, listen, if me like this Gael family, I must know why, you know. This is this family unique.
Kill me dead.
They kill me dead.
Kill me dead, but give me Gael family.
Hey, Eric, where the next summer?
That way, he tired tonight. He end up working late with some business day. So,
all right.
It'll be too stressful for him, yeah.
All right, well, there no problem, man. You two all you could handle the thing, remember?
Yeah, man.
Eric, you ever play cricket?
A little bit, not no seriously.
As a young boy, Alan, you ever play cricket?
Yeah.
Yes, not professionally.
You know one of the reasons why the West Indies cricket going downhill?
But
a lot of them fellas know. It had a game long time we used to play called Goes In, Goes Out.
Right.
No, you're laughing.
Yeah.
Goes in, goes out.
Goes in, goes in.
For you to get a bat long time when you hear you're playing goes in, goes out, you have to out the man that batting, you know.
Yeah.
You have to run down the ball, get the ball, come to ball. If when the man gets the ball, you have to walk. Goes in, goes out. If the man that batting is but you're full, you understand? Them young men, them know not more goes in, goes out now, so they're cherishing the wicket when they go in. So anyhow, fellas,
easy.
Yeah.
Nice show as usual.
Thank you, man.
Locked on.
Thanks, man.
And when you hear me call, don't be worried. I am there, locked on.
You see, William, you understand?
Yes, sir.
When the first hour pass and we hear from you, they are staple, you know. So we need to know at least we will touch base with me within an hour, within each of the hours that we on.
Yeah, that's important.
So you be a staple is important.
All right. Well, listen. You don't have to talk to me about that again. You understand?
You know what
so I will. Yeah. I know what to do. My name is William, not Errol Eversley Danjuba Fabian T. I'm going with that.
Well, William, well played. Well played indeed. Yeah. This is my fear. You ever see the caged birds, the lovebirds?
Yeah.
Or they always, that is the picture of Errol and Julie. They're like these two little lovebirds in the
Let me take this one here. Rubber dub dub inside.
Hello, Rubber dub dub.
Yeah.
How are you going to see that?
Eric, darling. You see the gentleman next to you? Oh God, he damn deceitful, you hear?
This fella here. That fella.
Yes.
That fella there.
Why?
For his body, he set me up, you hear? When the boy tell me bringing a bottle of brandy, so go to speak to me and come to line with me, never come here.
Oh my God!
Oh God, Eric boy. I feel I told me family he coming to see me tonight. Oh God, I feel it again. Your family look out for him.
Wait. Moms, wait. Was it me or Kern?
Don't say you ask him. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Wait.
Eric. I will talk to you personally. Here, I will call you.
All right, no problem.
I don't want to hear about that again. Yeah?
All right.
I don't know what talking to right?
All right, take care.
Yes, you know who you're talking to, right?
Yeah. Make your door.
All right, I'm on, boy.
All right, take care.
You have to have, boy. You have to have.
All right.
Listen. Let's sit in this place tomorrow. You can laugh to my head for the I promise you, Brandy. What were they trying to do me? That was Kern Tyson.
Oh Lord.
I think that call make for Kern's birthday. Kern went hang with she bring brandy and think of the one.
Yeah.
The one of our time. I don't I get in the mix.
Oh Lord.
I hear you, love. If Kern come, I will try and make up. Though, yeah. Lord God must say.
Yeah,
but it's good to see.
Go ahead, no, you go ahead.
We'll drop a little.
Now we're gonna drop a little laugh in the interest of Caribbean integration now. Try to mix it up tonight. So we had calls from outside. We celebrate.
We celebrated Errol the last time we were on Kern and I, not last time, but sometime before. As the night of the night, you know, and we played some of his jokes and his songs and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm just saying I'm just saying how unique a man he is.
Yeah.
And to see that Jolene and him come together is a unique couple. All in
all,
all, it's a unique couple. TV mommy.
TV mommy here. Why all the bad talking my TV son and my TV daughter-in-law? All
Thank you very much.
My TV son. Let me tell you something. That is real love. That is gape love. And it look, I call it jealous. Because when they come to see me, he has to open the door for her to go in the car.
Usually.
Love.
Yes.
That is love.
Jolene, don't touch the door. That's the next thing that is right. Jolene, don't touch the door.
He has to open the door for her to get in the car.
Yes.
And I call that real love, gape love.
Yeah.
The whole about talking my TV son and my TV daughter-in-law for. Alan. Catch yourself.
I know, since I'm missing brother.
Catch yourself, that's my son. You hear what I'm telling you?
I know, since I'm missing.
Come up there for you, no. I will walk and come up there for you. And let me tell you something. You're inviting everybody to the party. No man, I have a certain age. Yeah. I still have my nice clothes. I used to go all over the world with. I still have all those clothes. I used to go all over China, Japan, all over France, all over. So when you inviting people, invite me too. You guys still have my nice clothes to wear.
You know what you gonna do?
You know your day, TV mommy.
I know what you gonna do. I will make a Zoom link for that S3E9 episode. I will make a Zoom. Send out to the guy. Anybody want to join the Zoom and join me live.
Yeah, that's me, Auntie Y, Nisi, Miss Bataria, glasses.
Yeah, man. Let me see some of them people.
Black.
Yeah.
All of us.
Nice.
Invading you all that night.
Yep.
We are close. We are close since the ancient days when all them big things used to be.
Why we go to, you know, we had to dust them clothes off and come out.
Yeah, man.
Telling you. We have scissor suit. Scissor suit. And can dress. We are can dress. We could wear can dress, boy. And the men could wear the scissor suit. We're going back in time. Nice. So when we land there in night, it could be something else.
And we top at.
So, all have a good night. I enjoy you all. When I tell you all have a good night, all have a good night. God bless you all.
Thank you.
And I want the lady, Miss Callis, I want Miss Callis in Grenada to know that we're praying for her. And I will ask, I'm going to ask a prayerful person in Bonner here, Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford is a prayerful man. I'm going to ask Mr. Ford to pray for Miss Callis and in her bereavement.
Yes. Yeah.
So God bless you, right. And I enjoy it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right. Hey, let me give them some Jamaican laughs here. This man does just
do that, man.
All hope.
No. Sir, you're going to need your 3D glasses.
Yeah, this is not a 3D movie.
You're going to need your 3D glasses. You're an idiot or a fool, sir.
Yeah, but this is not.
You're an idiot or a fool.
No, but
you're a fool. Put these glasses on and come out of the movie theater. Put the 3D glasses on. Sir, you're going to need the glasses. Enjoy the movie. Have a good day.
Boy, it's a Sunday that you have. I go run them. Rubber them down.
No, is that one you went to the...
Hello. Tell TV, mommy, don't play with me here. Because I can walk right over here. If I get to White Rock, some matter where fat, couple tongue, and a living bat. What's on the grave? Yeah, what? What is that man? What is this?
Why?
Where's all this bacchanal today?
Go on with that one, Simple dog stop up and talk me and go on, One shot. You see my glasses come on? I have my 3D glasses one time. Listen, that fella have one. When you say I'm trying to get you one on top me. You say you got a ladder. You got a ladder. And get out of the store. Come 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 out of the store. Hey,
let me see.
I really laugh at that one.
Let me see if I get.
Yeah, let's play that one. I want to get you this day. You got a ladder? Wait, you come to buy the ladder.
Yeah, look at that.
You say, yeah, play. That one.
That's all right.
Let's send that one. Yeah, let's send that one for me, Eric.
All right.
The 3D glasses. Yeah, how to send that one for me? You say, come out. Yeah. You get from the top?
Let me just back it up a little bit.
Yeah, that one is real Jones.
Yes,
yeah.
How may I help
I'm trying to get the generator up top there, the 3000.
Up top? Which one exactly you're talking
that
about?
One.
Oh, the one on the top shelf. So let me ask you a question. If you can't reach it, or you expect me to reach it?
No, I thought because you were.
When you talk wrong, you blasted idiot. When you try to say, people hire super people.
Because you were.
But how me to reach it? Or you expect me to reach it?
Can you get somebody that can help
Nobody in here can reach it. None of we can reach it.
Alright, so how am I supposed to get it?
Go buy a ladder. Ladder sitting on the back of the store. Go buy a ladder and come reach it.
I just want to get.
Go buy a ladder and come out of the store. Come out of the store. Come out of the store. Come out of the store.
Good man, I do it. I hear himself doing that voice, you know.
Yes, he's doing it. If you experience it. Hey. No, you understand what I want to. You understand what I want? I saw that some years, about 2 years. I saw about 2 years ago or something so.
Yeah.
And I can't I never followed the guy, I never really followed him, but I said this was genius.
No, but you good.
He said you can reach it. Oh, you expect me to reach it.
Go buy a
lot. Oh, you expect me to reach it. He said, so what do you do? He said, buy a lot. Go buy a lot and not come out of my store.
What's this one?
My shrimp was actually fried in honey oil,
okay.
and I'm allergic to honey.
Okay, so what is the problem now?
Yeah, I was wondering if I could have this changed.
No, because the chef already cook it, and at Red Lobster we don't waste food.
Yeah, I understand, but I'm allergic to
the
honey.
The chef already cook it.
Yeah, but if I eat this, I can die.
So you never know that before you order the food. You see people like who no come here every day. Shut up! Shut up! The food already cooked.
Can I speak to a manager?
No manager, no work. Yeah. What no? What am
I supposed to do with it?
And you buy it where you ask me that for?
Yeah, but I want to change it.
The chef already cooked.
Yeah, but
here's the check. Tip is already included. Have a good day.
Yes, please have it.
Good. Nah, boy.
No, he's good. No, that's something.
Personally, one thing that I like with he clean. And the sofa, no smut, no nastiness, no obscenity. Okay, clean. Anybody could.
You see the one from. You mean the one on the top shelf? You mean the one on the top shelf? Well, you can't reach it. Oh yeah, you reach it. Hey! Yeah, that's some back that trip. That's my laugh for them. Hey boy. Hey, you know what I see? I here for a while with Richard boy. How Richard? We didn't see Richie for a while. Richie in a yard? Yeah, we're talking Jamaica now. Richard.
Richard, right? Yeah, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Richie,
man. We need to hear from you before I send this man to ball you down. Richard, you not hear the men of them calling your name. Shut up.
I gotta look for one more.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that ripped him up. That ripped him up. I know. Right now, I know William must be real laughing. William must be real laughing right now. William must be real laughing with that one. That's what I say. You mean the one on the top shelf?
What's this one?
He said if you can't reach it.
Oh, you expect me to reach it? What's this one?
You expect me to reach it?
Excuse me, sir. Would you like some help?
Tom, which one exactly you thought that was? Oh, the one on the top shelf.
You remember it? He got to buy something else and you remember it.
You remember it?
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Is there something I can help you with?
It's a
I was wondering if I could get the generator 3000.
The one on the top shelf.
Alright, never mind. I'm gonna just go. Where's the ladder?
I'm gonna expect to reach that. Excuse me, sir. Do you have your 3D glasses?
But I saw you ladder one time.
I still want to channel 3000. He's like, I still need to get a generator 3000.
Good.
Yeah, so you don't know when I put
Good.
I want to still get a generator 3,000. Oh my God!
You see what Patricia? Hey, okay, no curry, no chicken curry, but flying fish and cuckoo. Where's that one, Patricia? Where's that one? That's some
Guyanese again. Some Guyanese.
Where the cricket thing?
Oh my gosh! Listen.
When they had the thing we do, whether it's curry chicken or chicken curry.
Yeah, when they playing Guyana.
Yeah.
I do war. Trinidad versus chicken curry or curry chicken.
Yeah, boy.
Listen. That's some of that video. Let me sit down and laugh whole night tonight. I can do that laugh tonight. I'm going to sleep for that. That fella ripped me up there. Please.
It's about 9 of them little things in a monologue. Just join up one. I will separate them.
Yeah, but it's very good. It's good talent that we have here in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And I always pride myself in the fact that the Caribbean talent can snap anywhere in the world. It's just that I don't think we do enough to lift our brand up enough to put it on par with the world. So you see like how we had a minister at one time, Patrick Manning, our deceased prime minister, well, ex-prime minister, deceased. He would he engendered a policy where he said, his endeavor was to get education. You want to get education on par with the education system of the world. So that's when they launched UTT, and it was always to bring Trinidad to the space of you could have a degree here and work anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So you want to ensure that you're on par with the world when it comes to education and entertainment. Dare say when it comes to entertainment, for years we've been head and shoulders with most of the world. Correct. When it comes to the Olympics, it's the Caribbean shining in the Olympics. When it comes to the major events in the Olympics, so most of the world, the Caribbean has been on. When it comes to entertainment, we've been head and shoulders with the world. It's just that I don't think we do enough to put a platform out there. Like, for instance, you have the Oscars. So you would think that the Oscars would give credence to movies out of Hollywood, United States. But they don't necessarily, they're not going to promote much out there. You have to register your business to Hollywood to be taken for. You understand what I'm saying? So, what about the Caribbean Oscars? You don't have to call it Oscars, but call it something else. You understand what I'm saying? When it comes to the Caribbean art form, I mean, we have little pockets of stuff, but do we have something that we could say that is highly subscribed and we have TV rights to it and folks investing millions or billions of dollars to ensure that this happens every year.
Yeah.
Even if it has to be done virtually. We need to create that platform that puts us on par with the rest of the world where entertainment is concerned. And to me, it takes a collective effort. CARICOM need to understand, even in CARICOM, this is something that could actually move monies. Entertainment is a major player in when it comes to venture is a major player when it comes to the economy as well. It's just that it's on the back burner, not in the front, not the front burner. So, but if we find ways to we could become and create some platforms that will cause people to want to work to get on. You understand? So that they get that recognition and we could have our own little. It have Nollywood, Bollywood, Hollywood. It could have a Currywood. What about a Currywood?
Yeah.
You understand? I'm saying something for the Caribbean. You understand? We could do our own stuff. We have pockets of entertainment. It's just that we don't think big enough, and we are boxed in this third world mentality that the world sees us third world, and we can't. You understand? I saw this guy from Tobago in a blockbuster movie like Black Panther. You understand? A blockbuster movie like Black Panther. This guy Alfonso Ribeiro, he used to be on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's Carlton, right? Yeah. Caribbean roots. Caribbean roots. Tatiana Ali, Caribbean roots. You understand? As a matter of fact, Trini roots.
Yeah.
You understand? There are other big actors and performers, you understand, singers that born in the Caribbean. Nicki Minaj, Caribbean roots, Trinidad roots. You understand? So we have enough talent that even if you're out there, you understand, how do we come back home and make this thing, build this platform for ourselves so that the world can recognize the talent and use it as a pool to integrate into their space as well. So it's just, you know, when you see things like this, you feel like talent just being wasted or just being dormant.
True.
You understand? So it's really sad.
Talking there.
What you see? I ain't seen it, you know.
She said Alan Currywood that did not song so well.
The Currywood. I said Currywood. Yeah.
Right. So like,
like Caribbean wood.
Yeah.
It have Nollywood, Bollywood, Hollywood.
Yeah.
You understand? But we could find something that make it, I know, you know, she say Currywood. Currywood really sung bad. If it was to syllableize it, already got sung bad.
Yeah.
So you're right. I give way for that. But we have to have these other kind of discussions, and we have to push for it. And there's something that people don't understand, right? There's something I was listening to an entertainer, and he talked about it, and then I went and read about it. It's called critical mass. I don't know if I've explained that here. Critical mass is that understanding where everybody make enough noise about something until something gets done. You understand what I'm saying? So if we as Trinidadians push for this thing alone, they're done. But if Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica, Grenada, St. Vincent, if other players in the Caribbean push towards putting this platform out there and to sustaining it, once it gets to critical mass, somebody's going to get something done. It's just that it's not seen as frontline entertainment. But we do have people who are high up in the industry in Hollywood and in Atlanta and New York and in these places that we take, that if we touch people across there and say, hey, we have product down here for you too, come to the world, and get them out. I heard Chris Rock make a joke about Jamaica. Made it seem as Jamaicans were like little Biafrans, Africans. It was almost demeaning, to say the least. Now, I know it, and I respect that he would use that space to bring across a point, because of course you're talking about proof of concepts. If you say it a certain way and he delivered a certain way, people will laugh. But the people who would laugh more been to Jamaica, who will dig a house about as well. Because Jamaicans have a strong pride about themselves.
Yeah.
You don't touch a Jamaican, you don't mess with Jamaican, them ain't gonna take that. You understand? Blood fire, them gonna start bomber clotting down the place. But he made that joke, but it made Jamaica seem like it was the dirtiest place, or the bushiest place, or the weirdest place on the planet. And Jamaica is a beautiful land, just like Trinidad, just like Barbados. So, and there are other parts of America that probably can't even stand up in Jamaica's shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the attitude towards Caribbean people, and we actually are responsible for it, because Caribbean people actually become, I see what
she said. Yes, I remember that joke, and to me it was tasteless.
It was tasteless, correct. And I who said that?
That's Patricia.
Yeah. And I looked at it and I'm like, you didn't have to do Caribbean people that. I felt thrown back by it. I mean, I could understand the platform, and I give way because Americans, there's no holds barred when it comes to Americans making a comedy. But as a Caribbean person and wanting to represent Caribbean people and Trinity to the bone, I ready to draw my sword and said, you can't talk about people like that. But it's for us now to put the material out there and put ourselves out there that brings us on par with the rest of the world. So undeniably, you can't deny our talent. You understand? And it has to come to the point where we have enough Caribbean people coming together and doing this thing on enough platforms, with enough with much more ferocity. You understand that we will now force up because you have Caribbean people in America and the UK and other places that could come together and say, hey, we need to get a voice for the Caribbean out here. We need to get them on stage. We need to get them people to see who we are. You understand? And that to me, when it comes to a point of critical mass, it gets so loud that it is undeniable that people have to take an interest in it and will have to start investing and pushing our Caribbean people.
Yeah.
Because I think that we've been in these boxes for so long, and it's our fault. I'm saying our fault because it's for we to start making noise. Any revolution was not started by the people who they fought against. Because nobody wants to know that your own people fighting against you. It has to start from the people who feeling oppressed, the people who feeling down, the people who feeling disenfranchised. You understand? So it starts within that thing. I remember looking at a clip in there was something I was looking at on Netflix, and it was about a guy who was in jail for about 4 years. 4 trials it's called. 4 trials on Netflix. I think I talked about it here. I mentioned it before. One of the guys was saying, a priest who was in Boston, he said, every year you would have people coming up to be the district attorney. They will come up to vote for office of the DA's office, district attorney. And the citizens have to vote for that person. Every year for generations gone, it would have been somebody of Irish blood. Somebody of Irish blood would have gotten the position. He said, primarily, you would get other persons of other ethnic groups growing up, but they can't, because he says sometimes persons of other ethnic group might be people from Caribbean. It might be Caribbean blood, people who have Caribbean roots. He said there are a lot of Caribbean roots right here in Boston. He called Trinidad, he called Barbados, he called Jamaican. He said there are a lot of Caribbean roots inside here. He said, but the problem is the Caribbean people, if it is not from their island, they're not supporting the person.
Yeah.
You see, but the Irish, even if they don't like the person, the Irish close their ranks. So because he's Irish blood, and what happened in that era, a lady won it, and the technicality is she had both Irish and Caribbean blood. So she's a female, so she got to cross lines. Her father is Irish, her mother was Bajan, and she was the offspring. And you had the Me Too movement of the women, and she got in there, not on a technicality, but I'm saying technically, she crossed lines. You understand? Gender all up. So she got in there, and so the priest said, the Caribbean people out here don't band together.
Facts.
And I was like, how sad is that?
Facts.
How sad is that we are out there, and as Caribbean, we can recognize we are one Caribbean blood. I mean, even in a different island, could we not see a Jamaican as a possibility or a Bajan or a Trini, and come together and support just to make sure the Caribbean name is out there? You understand? Once we're not in the finals, we're glad to know a Jamaican win.
Yep.
Or a Caribbean or somebody from Grenada win.
Show by itself. You see that Caribbean integration thing? That's a whole show.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but in order for us to get critical mass,
I took my American friends to a comedy show at Howard, and they loved it, and went many times when the show came to Washington DC. No cussing and very nice. We have class. Correct is right.
Yeah. We could deliver on that. We could deliver on Caribbean issues in an international way that connects with people.
Yeah.
Normal. We can't do that, but so we just, but we have to see that we have to see ourselves in the wider scheme of things. That we have some of the best actors in the Caribbean. We have some of the best singers from the Caribbean. Yeah, we have to start talking this kind of, not just from Trinidad or from Barbados or from Grenada, from the Caribbean.
Correct.
Because what Grenada brings to the table when it comes to the jab songs and stuff, every song you have a jab beat. So they kind of own that taste. Then you have reggae coming out of Jamaica, and you have a next thing coming out from Barbados. And so everybody create this nice Callaloo effect, this melting pot of a sweet song coming out from the Caribbean. So so it's for us to start pushing towards that, and guys like my boy here you play tonight would get much more leverage for what he putting out there. You understand? So I sit and I think about it like that most of the time.
I want to close off because I see it's tentative thing, but I want to close off with 2 songs here. I don't know I should have enough time. I could jam them in. One is from and I think you know one of these artists at least, James Jesse Joseph from Haiti. When you hear the music, you'll realize you know him. Guitar. He wasn't jazz artist and he used to jazz guitarist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I have Marissa Lindsay from Barbados. So tonight was a kind of Caribbean night. We had calls from up the island thing. We showed Jamaica.
All over.
So now we're closing off with Haiti and Barbados. So ladies and gentlemen, we had a nice night tonight. Thanks to everybody who called in, who texted, who just chimed in and added vibes, and it was fun. Tonight was fun.
Eric, send me that video, please.
Now, go and send that. As we come off here, go and send that.
I didn't cry myself.
Look out for this one in 4 weeks' time. And let me take this call. Let me see what happened here first. Rubber Dub Dub, you
hello.
Yes, I'm inside again. Alan.
Doctor.
You see what it is you're saying there? It has started, You see that integration, that integration, what you're talking about there, it has started, No, I will tell you how it started.
Very nice.
You see this same channel, Gael?
Yeah.
This channel here has started to bring together. No, you see again, see. You notice what is happening from the end of this month with the art form of the Calypso?
Yes.
Gradually, we starting to pull the thing together, and we starting to work on this integration. No.
Yeah, but
you have to understand something with these American people in terms of what they consider to be what we will call humor. If them ain't cuss, they can't get a they can't get across a point. It's funny. Whereas we listen, that's why when the great Sprang was alive and he go up there, he could have mashed up the place. Because our
Joseph too, Joseph went to mash up the place too.
Any Caribbean comedian, Trevor Eastman, all of them fellas and them, they will mash up the place because we good. The American people have a way, that's why they just call us third world. And them is first world. They always want to look down on us. They always want to stretch their nose down on us. To the extent that you heard what the former president did call the countries, the S-hole countries. So it's something ingrained in these people's DNA. But we, as a Caribbean community, we will show them. You think they're feeling good that for the past how much years they have not dominated the sport, the Olympics 100?
They can't.
The men and women, Usain Bolt have dominated for the past 12 years. He retired
undefeated.
You understand? And have the
our next Olympics run and still have the record.
Right, and not only that. Now Usain Bolt gone is the most tested human being in Olympic sports, and they find no drug on him. Now look at what happening now with
talent.
With Elaine Thompson beating people for spite. They're comfortable with them things. They're not comfortable. So we as a community, as the Caribbean, we have to pull ourselves together, and this is what this Gael TV is doing slowly but surely, and we're pulling ourselves together. Right? So we on the right track.
Correct.
Nice, man. Thanks, Willie.
Nice.
Hey, I see people
really,
asking.
Really, but, and here's the...
Go ahead, Alan. You go ahead.
I'll just double down on Billy's point. Billy, and I hear what you're saying. Here's where the rubber meets the road. It's a good start, but at the start, there needs to be a plan that will expand beyond at least 3 or 4 generations. Because we plan something for here and now, and then somebody come with the political thinking something and change the plan.
Facts.
But we had to have an agreement that says, listen, for this to make sense, we may not hit it in this generation. We might not even get in the second generation, but by the third generation, if this plan continues, whatever changes happen, if we stick to this, we have a template that will make sure, at least by the third generation, Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, Grenada, on that platform, we are recognized universally, internationally. Recognized. Not just Trinidad is what? They just when you go to certain places, Trinidad, what part of Jamaica is Trinidad? They don't know Trinidad is different from Jamaica. So, so I hear what you're saying, and it's good that we start, like, plan beyond this generation or the next 2 generations to make sure this happens. Take like the Chinese and them, plan a 100-year plan. Do a 100-year plan.
Yeah.
Yes, something.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I see people asking for the. I know, say we're going on thing or some people was asking for the video clip, so I just want to put some information on that. Rubber Dub inside.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
I am calling from Jamaica, and I agree with what that gentleman said a while ago.
Lovely.
That Gael is doing a fantastic job. I started watching Gael about a month or 2 ago, and I have learned so much about Trinidad that I never knew before. I mean, I know you're a diverse country and all of that, but I have learned so much more than just that. I've learned a lot about your culture, and I mean, I like it, and I think we are one Caribbean people.
Yeah.
So if we are going to progress, I mean, individually, I mean, because we are small islands, so we have to come together.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Have to come together. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Alan,
I appreciate the sentiments, my dear.
Let me tell you this. I'll be careful what I say this, but I ain't lying to tell you, a Jamaican accent does get me weak. I just love to hear that Jamaican accent.
I love it.
You know, one of my favorite.
I love it.
One of my favorite announcers. Well, she's local. She's here, but she's Jamaican. Natalie Lego. I just love to hear that woman on the radio. Boy.
Lego. Yeah,
boy, that Jamaican accent.
And it's so direct.
Yeah.
Listen, it's such a direct tone. It's not we have a sing along something. They have a direct at that you feel intimidated and in love with it at the same time.
Yeah. You know what I like with them? I remember looking at a Jamaican movie some years ago. Yeah, this struck me. And I've seen Trinidadian actors, I've seen Bajan and other parts of the Caribbean. When they're acting in, some American-made movie or whatever, or they're on some U.S. talk show, or they've been interviewed, some international space, they tend to try to put on this quote-unquote U.S. accent.
Mm-hmm.
When I see a Jamaican, I look at, even like with these sports reasons, you listen to Elaine Thompson in an interview, you listen to Usain, you listen to Sherika Jackson, Shelly Ann Fraser, and the other, even little Brianna Williams, even though she is of Jamaican parentage, from what I understand, but she's born in the States. But you still hear the Jamaican coming out, and she, you know, and they hold on to that tight.
The rent, you can't.
I just love that with them, boy. The Jamaican, they hard. Okay, who they're talking, they try to put on no accent for nobody. I'm a Jamaican. They just drop it.
Jamaican. And the thing about Trinbagonians is that we actually end up sounding like wherever we go.
Exactly.
So you might go in Barbados after a while. We started talking about Bajan, we go Grenada. Actually, you might start learning Bajan twang because we're very good at mimicking. Trinbagonians, we're good to mimic. But when you tell a Jamaican come here, Jamaicans are twisting the language for nobody. Man, them talking like that. And they will stay right there for years. And will not budge. They will not budge.
So look at it. I say I'm going to close off with that 2 song there, but look, time run out. So let me just tell the people. So those of you, I see people asking for the video. So if you're interested in the video, no problem, I'll send it to you. Take the number that's on the screen, save it. That's our studio number. And I can send it to you from that. So you could connect to us via WhatsApp. Just say, hey, I'm so. I wanted to get the video of the Jamaican guys or whatever. Put it over however you put it. And I will send the video to you, right? So it's about 5 and something minutes. It's like a series of about 7 or 8 of those short things that he just put together. A nice little video. See, again, you hear loud laughs. I see, look.
I'm gonna laugh. I have some work to do.
Studio send warning for me is now 10:59. Okay, you see?
All right, we're going.
So let me leave it a little piece of James Jesse's Roses. So folks, see you all next week, please God. We're back inside. Rubber dub.
Si pote yon men sa tambou, se koute li la fèk li lèk se prit ton fèk si, ou la viv ka pa chanj. Pa gen lèk se yè nan mon chan, nan te di wajen tout bagay, wava sonje etan fèye, de se pon li mette tout, si se chante ou ka chante ou mette ou chanche, si se nou ou ka louye, si se priye ou ka priye mette ou priye, tout ka fè travay la, si se chante ou ka chante mette ou chanche, si se vole ou ka vole mette ou vole, si se vole ou ka vole mette ou vole, tout ka fè travay la.
I get your message. I say right. Oh yeah! When you try to talk about whole wheat bread, don't let nobody fool you. They target these things.
Hey, man, clean boss.
He wrong to understand each other.
You want to see if I have you?
No, that's right. Do I say so? When
That's Who tell you that? Oh, you go sit down there and think about nothing.